with. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry. Let me just bring this over here and give me a second. Go live. A couple of things I need to do here, but I appreciate you guys. Anybody that's here, I appreciate you. We got one like. Hey, what's up, Robert? How you doing? How is life going? I want to, before I jump into anything, I obviously want to talk about the position that's on the screen, but I need to find what I'm looking for. Go with that one. I'm gonna need to update this stuff. Guys, thank you for being here. All right. Hi, Matt. Good morning. Good morning, Matt. Yeah. Good morning from Lake Florida. What's up, man? Good. Good. Thanks. So yeah, I wanted to congratulate anybody that's in this. I believe a couple of people in the Discord group were in this position. I hope that, during the open that we don't see that pullback, because typically when we see a large increase, now I don't know the full detail behind why this is really going anywhere. I haven't looked into any moves today. I've been really busy right now. We can definitely look into some moves as we go along, but right now I haven't looked into anything. I know that my crypto is down quite a bit because a lot of things have decreased. I thought I finally got the fly. Oh man, Matty B on the mic. Hopefully everything's going well with this mic. This mic is just ridiculous. It's so like linked. I don't think that's the right word I want to use, but it's linked. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to take something out here. Give me a second. One, two, three, four. Okay, that's gonna go there. It's gonna take a while to actually finish. So, but good morning, everybody. I wasn't gonna buy Is Amc yesterday, but put it into SPRT instead. Gonna throw any profits into AMC. That's what I like to hear. I mean, you can throw your profits anywhere. You really don't have to throw it into AMC. I know that kind of sucks coming from me. You don't have to throw it into one specific position. We believe in what the position is. You're holding the position. If you're comfortable with that, you can double down, triple down, do whatever you want with AMC. But I thought, I'm kind of reading two comments and talking about two different things now. I really thought SPRT was going to decrease, was going to come back. It did come back. However, it, increased through the rest of the day. You've seen that large jump, and then through the after hours market, increase some more. Just be aware of this larger increase that you are seeing. Yes, you can ride it on the way up. And if you bought in at, $10, had a bunch of shares, and you're out at 32 or you're out at 35 or whatever, make your move, but definitely find a way to take some profit. Do you know what I mean? I don't want anybody to be bag holders and think that it's going to continue to go up just because, it went down and it went up the day before. So this is where you practice your mindset in holding AMC, and understanding the growth in AMC. You practice your mindset there. So if you have 100 shares, Lance, congratulations on having 100 shares. If you have 100 shares, 200 shares, 1,000 shares, just make sure you understand how you're going to play this. If you want to take your initial investment so that you everything you get on top of that is gravy, then go ahead and do that. But I would say, play it how you're going to play, I guess, AMC in a way. Understand where you can take little bits and pieces. You don't have to take the max profit that you could possibly get because you don't know where that top level is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely think you should find a way. If you bought in early, find a way to take a little bit of your investment. So if you bought in at $8, the best bet would be to take out your initial investment at a certain point. Yes, you probably limit yourself to like 50 shares or 40 shares or whatever. But 40 shares is better than having 70 and watching it decrease down to $8 where you were. So that's what I want everybody to know. If you bought in at $10, you bought in at $8, figure out the best way that you're going to play that, So even if it's about to run again, I know. Even if it's about to run again, I just want to make sure that a lot of people understand, how to like play the stock market. Now I haven't looked into it heavily. I just saw last night, and I also saw obviously this morning, just recently, because I just got to my computer. So yeah. Let me see what's going on here with my good board bad. Let's see what's happening with ZOM today. Yeah, we do need to see what's happening with ZOM. ZOM went all the way up to 77 yesterday in the open. It went up to 80 cents. That was huge. To see that go up to 80 cents and then even come back to 65 was pretty big, because if you did play it the right way and you saw this comeback, then you could have pulled out of your position, got back in maybe at a lower point to where it seems like you could have got more shares, which means that you would have had a lower break even. And that's even without spending any more money. I mean, you could have waited and seen that and then ended up seeing it drop back down all the way down to a level of 65. Now that's where it's tough, is being able to predict that it's going to come back down to 65. That run makes me think that it's going to continue to run, and even a hard decrease, it has a certain level to where it's going to hit, and you think it's going to end up pulling or jumping back up. But let's see if ZOM can make some moves. It just turned positive right now. We did see a decent amount of volume go through yesterday. I do want to see what's happening with the Fintel data. Oh man, it's right on there. Oh, come on. Took my time. That fly. Let's see. Let's go to Vortex. Let's also go to Fintel. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Over here just smacking the mic. Yeah, so yesterday's Fintel data for ZOM is not on there yet. Or sorry, AMC is not on there yet. I do want to check out Zomedica. I don't know why I didn't get a snack. I'm hungry. So let's bring up Vortex, bring up this, and what we'll do is we'll duplicate this and we'll duplicate this just to look at both of them. We're going to look at, because I like to look at Zomedica, right? Obviously, I'm holding that position. I want to see crypto end up making a move, because it looks like the short interest of free float has dropped down. The total amount of shorted shares has dropped a little bit as well. If we look into, let's see if this is updated. I don't know if it is updated yet, but we'll definitely take a look at that. Maybe it's updated at 8 o'clock. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's updated yet, but you can see that they shorted 55% the day prior. So I imagine they're still shorting it, especially with all that downward pressure after this movement here, from an opening of 68 all the way up to 80. That movement creates FOMO buyers. So the fact that it dropped down, it's definitely a lot of shorting that's going on. Hate a bug zapper. They're awesome. Yeah, I need something. I don't know. It's just this one fly that I can't catch. And I can't. And Carl doesn't want to do a damn thing. He's over there just staring at me. He's like, "What do you expect of me?" Why do you think Naked is running? I think for the same reason that Zomedica is running. I mean, Zomedica did run. Zomedica ran And I don't know. Wait, sorry. I just need to check. Okay, it went down to 26. All right, perfect. Because I wanted to see if if Doge went below 25, because that's where I was looking to make a move in there. But yeah, it's the same reason that Zomedica is running. I mean, it's tied to things that like AMC, like GME, and GME didn't have a horrible day yesterday. Actually, had a positive day, unlike AMC. So there's no true like fundamental value behind Naked Brand or Zomedica. I don't believe, but the amount of people, that's what drives this stock up. I'm tired of AMC, but I ain't leaving. Neither am I. I'm tired of the people that are fighting AMC. I'm not tired of AMC because I love AMC, the theater, the stock, just everything, right? I like it. But I don't like the people that are fighting the retail traders on for AMC. You know, it sucks because they don't give up. Yesterday, like I literally created a video. I didn't want to title it that, but it's literally how I was feeling. You know, electric flies ever. Live out in the country, one of the best investments. Yeah, I've never had like this issue, but this fly has been down here, and um, I don't want to open a window right here because I could open the window and it could possibly go out, but then I could also get more in. Or we have, since we moved here, we had an issue with spiders around the foundation, and this egress window is right at that foundation level. So it's like, okay, do I want to? And the spiders are probably going to come in here anyways. They're probably just chilling, you know, in the beams or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'd rather have a fly than the size of the spiders that I've seen around this foundation. Ridiculous. One of these days, you're just going to see a tarantula crawl across the screen. No. Nope. AMC is going to drop all of these options that are expiring. Good morning. Would you get into Sprint at this point? I wouldn't. I wouldn't even have gotten into sorry, not Sprint, it's support. I wouldn't even get into SPRT yesterday, even though we did see that run. I'm happy with the move I made because, well, I don't have any money to spend, so probably I would have gotten in for a quick gain, but nothing to the level to where I would have captured everything. You know, I'm always looking for that quick gain and never the potential chance for it to come back, because for the 10 times that I try and chase a position, 8 times it will come back on me, and then I'll end up, you know, losing a little bit of money as long as I'm disciplined. But if I'm not disciplined, which one time I might not be disciplined, I'll end up letting it ride and it'll fall all the way back down, and I'll lose, you know, what, 50% of what I invested, which it might not even be crazy, but it has happened to where I'm like, all right, well, you know what, if I'm disciplined, you know, 80% of the time it should be good. No, if you're disciplined 80% of the time, that means you have 20% of the time that you're going to end up losing a hell of a lot. Could be 50% each time, and that could be well over your stop loss or your profit to loss ratio. You know, did short interest Fintel go up? I don't have sorry, I don't have Fintel numbers right now. I tried to get Fintel numbers, but I guess they're not updated yet for yesterday. So I don't have for either ZOM or AMC right now. I do have Ortex data to where we're looking at 87 million, you know, shorted shares that are out there, you know, short interest. But then you're also looking at 17% short interest of free float. The shares on loan has gone up 106, and utilization has gone up to 92. So I don't have the updated Fintel numbers, but you know, I have what I have. I'm no AMC hater, but I'm holding some shares. But Why do people think it's hitting anywhere near 50 to 100K? So the reason why people think that it's hitting, it's a valid question. I hear this all the time. They're like, that's not going to hit 100K or 50K. That's what I get from friends, people that I tell this to that don't follow my channel or any channel. But it's a valid question. So why is this going to go to 50 or 100K? Understand what the overall situation is, right? When you have people that are shorting a company, right? And I guess let's call it a business that's shorting a company to an extent to where they don't want them to exist anymore, right? They don't believe that the company is worth anything, right? They initially shorted, what was that at $1.90? They're initially shorting at those low levels to basically say, I don't believe this company is going to exist anymore. I think they're going to go bankrupt, so I'm not going to have to pay anything. And really, they're only going down $2, right? They're making a limited amount of money, right? They shorted at $1.90. Well, guess what? The price did end up going up with levels with the fact that we were holding the position. Now, the difference maker in between something like whatever, I'm trying to think of a position that, Wish, right? Those positions that ended up having 100% short interest of free flow, when you did see this number here, is the fact that retail traders were not behind this to hold it. I would say that the main reason why this is going to go to a high level is the fact that we are holding a large portion of the stock, right? When you look at something like Amazon, you can say is held by, held long-term by some institutions, by retail traders, right? All those people, you can probably say, let's say 60% of people are holding it long-term while other people end up day trading, swing trading, doing all of that. There's no short interest that goes into Amazon. If you look up Amazon, it's like less than 1%, right? I think that's what it is. AMZN. You look up Amazon, it's like less than 1%, or it's 1%, right? 1.5%. Basically nothing. The last time I looked up this, it was way less than 1%. But either way, right? You're looking up something like this and you have a million share or 6 million shares that are estimated short interest. When you look at the total amount of shares that they have outstanding, it's pretty much to the level of AMC, right? You're looking at 500 million shares. Now, when you compare the two and say, okay, 80% of the people are holding here on AMC, 60% of the people are holding on Amazon. But if that short interest was not there, they should be pretty much equal by, supply and demand laws, right? So basically saying that AMC at minimum should be where AMC's price is, $3,000. That's easy to understand that. Now, to understand that we're holding this position while they're still shorting it, when they do end up covering and more buying goes into it, what are you going to see? Well, the price go up a double amount, right? So it's going to go up the amount that people are buying it for this FOMO buying. Then you're going to see a lot of the covering that's going on, which creates more buying pressure, which brings this up to a higher number, right? So the reason why we believe is because just looking at the standard information that we have here of 90 million or 80 million shares that are short, this is only like a very small portion of the actual shorts that we see out there. So when we look at the overall picture of what they're doing illegally behind the scenes, shorting this to an extent that's just unbelievable, right? That's where you start understanding the true level of where this can get to, because just with this factor and them covering these shorts while we're holding, it gets to a level of $3,000, $5,000, maybe $6,000, $7,000. You never really know exactly what it will get to, because all of that pressure creates something huge. That buying pressure may create more FOMO buying, and you also have institutions that are probably going to hold this because they know exactly what this is going to be, right? But then when you look at behind the scenes, like I said, all of that has to get factored in. Everything there has to get factored in. And when that gets factored in, you start to see maybe billions of shares. We don't know the number, but billions of shorts that are actually out there that need to be covered. And, we can't do anything about it. We don't know the actual numbers. We're just going to sit on this position and wait for this to blow. So truly, I believe this can go to a crazy level. I say that the floor is $1,000 to $2,000, but realistically, I think the floor, as long as we are holding, that's why I say the floor is 1,000 to 2,000, because there's a variable there. As long as we are holding, the floor is where Amazon is, basically $3,000. I think that should be the floor, and then you can see huge increases as long as people don't lose interest. So there's a bunch of variables to say if people lose interest, then we don't see this blow, because they will get out of their position, go into other positions. They'll get into something like support. And I'm not saying that support is a bad position to get into. You can do whatever you want. But if they start taking out their AMC to put it into somewhere else, that's where we end up seeing a huge situation, or a horrible situation for the retail traders. We don't ever want anybody to say, I'm selling AMC and putting it into Doge. I'm selling AMC and putting it into support. I'm selling AMC and putting it into Wish. We don't want to hear that, because if you hear that, then the hedge funds will win. And we don't want them to win. They want to make it seem like this is dead, but it's not. You see the pressure that this ends up building, and how it does end up increasing a crazy amount out of nowhere. Because what they're doing is they cover a couple of shares, and we have some FOMO buying that goes into it right away. And you see the amount of money that this can actually increase, right? Going from, what did it go from, 35 or something like that, $30 up to like 48, breaking levels that we didn't think we were going to get to, breaking 45, breaking 47, almost getting to a level of breaking 50, right? It's crazy. Trust me, there's a lot of reasons. So, I mean, that's a long-winded answer, but I really wanted to, break all of that down, because there's a lot more that goes into it. There's more variables, all of that stuff. But I'm going to skip a ton of comments because I talked for a while. Yeah, guys, we have 193 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button. It does help out the channel. It'll be interesting to see what happens at 8 a.m. Yeah, they just borrowed $740,000 shares at 5.6 feet. So the fees did go up. Info and Stocko Tracker. I don't have that. I don't even know where to go there. Yeah, so Sam Blow, you said, can you explain short volume percentage to me? It doesn't make sense. I thought it was a percentage of daily volume that was short, but if it was the case, wouldn't it be over 106 million total in a single day? Yeah, see, that's the issue that I really don't understand as well, because it doesn't really break it down, but it doesn't make sense why they would do this as something that changes so drastically, right? That means that if we were looking at, let's look at Fintel data here, and you see 67 million, you see 67 million here, you see 20 million, right? You're basically saying that if this is a, I don't know how to word this. If this is like an accumulated amount, that's the word I was looking for, then you're basically saying that 23 can change to 19, change to 25, change to 20, or just have a slight change here or whatever, right? Out of the many millions of shares that happen in the day, because this is accurate, basically saying the FINRA data, FINRA volume that you look at it, that's the amount of total FINRA volume that went through in the day. You're basically saying you're looking at an accumulated amount, divided by the total volume for the day, which makes no sense whatsoever to have. And also to see an increase in 40 million shorted shares, and to see that be accumulated makes it doesn't really make sense to me, because we did not, or they didn't short 40 million shares from what I understand. I mean, if someone else has a full breakdown of this, I mean, I read into it. It doesn't really, I don't really truly understand that. Maybe I should call someone to figure that out. But from what I understand, this is shorted volume every single day. And what doesn't make sense to me, just like it doesn't make sense to you, is you're looking at the estimated numbers over here. Let's go to here. You're looking at the estimated numbers over here, and you're seeing that, I don't know why, let's go back, sorry. You're looking at 80 million shares, 87 million shares, but they just shorted, 67 or 66 or 65 million shares. There should be an increase there, right? That's where you're saying that should be over 100 plus million. Well, this is the issue. One, this is only 85% of the data. That still doesn't account for things. Two, I really don't understand where these shorts are coming from this is factoring into. So this is still something that I need to understand as a whole, because it's not adding up for me, which there's a lot of things that don't add up for me. And then when you end up, putting things out there with the price movement, how it does decrease a hell of a lot. It makes sense how much they're actually shorting based on the volume to see it decrease by 7-8%, right? I want to see what the hell yesterday's numbers are, because they're not up. But yeah, that's basically what I have for you. I really don't know if this is total in one day or if this is something that's accumulated. I don't know if that truly makes sense that it would be accumulated. Going from you're saying that the total FINRA short volume every day changes, but they're dividing it by the total volume in a day. How about you just look at the total short volume in a day divided by the total volume in a day? That's a full calculation to get a short volume ratio, rather than looking at this as the total accumulated shorts, going over past days. That makes no sense. It's a horrible calculation. So for the sake of believing that they are smart, or at least somewhat smart, and have a valid calculation here, I'm going to say that this is shorts in one day. And there are possibly billions of naked shorts. Then what makes them cover them all? Wouldn't they just cover a few and say they cover them all? So yeah, that's one of the issues that we do believe will happen, is that whole fake squeeze. You'll see it go up to a level of, let's say, $200, and then we'll see that pull back, right? We'll see that they covered a bunch of shares that are out there that show all of the shorted shares that are out there, and then they basically say, oh, well, everything's over, it went up to $200, that's the squeeze. Nothing is really making them cover, because they're not paying a crazy amount in interest. So as they're holding these shorts, they're not getting or paying anything, right? We don't have, or AMC doesn't have a dividend, right, that they have to pay. Even if they did, I still think that would be a small amount compared to what a large amount of actual short interest would be, cost to borrow, basically. I feel like there's nothing really making them cover these shorts, and there really should be, because they can hold on to this as long as they possibly want. They can hold on to this for years if they wanted to. It's sitting on their it's sitting as a unrealized loss. An unrealized loss means nothing to a hedge fund, to people, right? Because an unrealized loss is unrealized. You don't lose anything until you end up selling or until you end up covering. So yes, I understand where you're coming from, but eventually it will catch up with them, because every day that this ends up making a huge move, they lose billions of dollars. When they start covering, they lose billions of dollars, right? They started shorting this way back when this was under, what was it, under $2, $1.90. And then they shorted it at, $7. They shorted it at $10, they shorted it at $12, all the way down to about $4, right? And then you see the amount of shorts that they did hold that were under $10 or under $20, and we've been holding over that level for quite some time. So it's going to increase. It's going to have that level of consolidation where they just want to hold it back. And then we're going to see it increase again. You're going to see that level of consolidation, maybe a little bit of a pullback. We're just going to see that over and over and over again until they end up giving up. Just look at the big short situation. Look at the mortgage crisis. That took years to end up playing out, because they didn't have anything that was making them, give up. or anything like that. They were basically incentivized to double down because they had no reason to sprint. Support is running again. Oh, it's running again. Yeah, $35, making a huge move. Why do people think the market crash will trigger the? Well, the reason why is because when a hedge fund is on the verge of bankruptcy, right? When they have one position that's not doing so hot for them, just think about this and understanding your situation or whatever. I guess their situation. And they're holding a position where they're losing billions of dollars, right? This is unrealized losses, right? They need a certain amount in order to cover that if it ever ends up getting to a point where it's like, we don't have enough money in the account in order to cover these shorts. When it gets to that point, now they have to pull out assets from their other positions. So if they have Amazon, if they have Tesla, if they have Apple or whatever, you're going to see all of these billions of dollars across, long positions that the hedge fund does have. And it ends up, all of those positions end up coming back, end up dropping dramatically because they take out billions of dollars from those positions. So when you take out billions of dollars of long assets there, that's in order to fund what's going on with the with AMC and GME. So that's why the crash will trigger, and it might not even be a full crash. It might just be a large pullback or a correction, a large correction. But either way, that's going to trigger what's going to happen here. Support is definitely running. $36.40, which is huge. This freaking mic is stupid. Speaking of mortgage prices, I heard that this morning the landlords now have control over payments again, and rent is being due. Thoughts on how this will affect the market? I mean, I don't know if it will affect the market in general. I mean, you can look at some real estate positions maybe. I really think it will affect the housing market, but I'm not into investing in real estate as of now. So I don't know how that will affect that market. But I think the stock market will be sort of fine. I don't see any impacts. How long before we get the squeeze? I sold some of my shares. I do have time to get more before, or do I have time to get more before the squeeze happens? We never really know, to tell you the truth. I think this can go out for a long period of time. We're definitely going to see it increase and slowly increase to get to a point to where it blows. Yes, but I think this is going to take a long time for it to actually take off. To get to $100 or $200, yes, I think that will happen by the end of this year. But do I think that it will absolutely take off to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000? Do I think it will take off to those levels in this year? I don't believe so, but anything could happen, because I've seen people with money, billionaires, hedge funds, all of them that are very stingy, that don't want to give up. And they will go on for years until people give up. They know that, like with the Volkswagen squeeze, it was basically a company that was sitting on their shares, right? So if they're sitting on that, that's a small group of people, maybe a few, executives, right? Like a small group of people that are holding a large majority of shares, right? But then you look at this, and we have a larger group of people that are holding, a small or holding a large amount of shares, right? So you have a bunch of people that are variables, because you never know how they're going to think unless they have validation, right? Unless you sit here and say every single day, and you have everybody that's holding AMC watch one person, and that person says, look, hold AMC. Everybody holds AMC. That's how you know that this is going to continue to run, if that ends up happening, right? But it's a different situation here. So what they're going to do is play this out to where they have money, which means that they have time. And when they have time, you can, weed out some of the people that aren't strong holders. How high do you think support will go, or AMC will go? The AMC charts keep repeating itself. Yeah, I see that. Do you think it's legitimately uh, as simple as the line in the Big Short, where at the end he says he thinks the bank's new government wouldn't let them fail, so uh, why ever give up until it's so big? Yeah, I think that's true. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's true. When you have one of the biggest, hedge funds, or a hedge fund that has billions of dollars in the stock market, which could potentially crash the market by itself. Yeah, it's like the government won't let them fail. So let it get as big as they possibly can. So when it gets to that point, they get bailed out. Right now, if they give up, they won't get bailed out, right? Because they have enough money to cover what's going on with the short situation, right? They're losing billions of dollars, but they still have billions of dollars there, right? So I think that's absolutely right. I think that's probably the best connection we can make to this, is the fact that they're going to let this get to a point where the government steps in and says, look, I need this, or we don't want you guys to fail because we know the stock market will. So we're gonna let this play out. The CDC doesn't have an issue. I'm just a 20-year-old kid, so I don't know what that is. Neither do I. Isn't that the Center for Disease Control? Um, oh, we're looking at a different one. Um, so we're about to go up. It looks like it. I mean, support is making some moves. That's insane to see that growth. So anybody that is in it, um, again, play it how you want to play it. I I would never chase this. Well, I can't say never. I don't like using absolutes. So if I would chase it, there would be a firm stop loss literally right below where I invested in that. Just because I don't want to see this go against me, especially with something that has increased so much. But look at it running. Look at this running. It just looks so beautiful, especially for the people that are in it. Again, if you're in it, make whatever moves you feel is right for you. But this looks really good. Jesus. Greetings to all. Let's see how this is going to play out today. Yeah. AMC going to be on discount today. It looks like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be slightly on discount. I That's the thing I didn't want to see, and I knew that they were going to do this. This is what I've been saying all week since it broke 40. Was that we're going to see it break 40, and we're going to see them pull back from 40. That they're going to bring this down to a level to where it's well below 40, right? I think that we might end up seeing it close today. Hopefully we see a positive day, but we might end up seeing it close today somewhere, around that 38, 37, which will suck because after increasing to 48, it's ridiculous to see this come back so far after you have so many people that are holding it, so much volume that's going into it. You're telling me that many people are day trading this position, or swing trading this position? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is just ridiculous to see this pullback. Still could see have an effect just because the masses would be, stressing over bills, but I could be wrong. I trust Matt's opinion on it. Yeah, I mean, typically typically when you think about it, a lot of people that are stressing over bills, a lot of people that are stressing over bills aren't really investing in the stock market. Um, to tell you the truth, and that's just by taking a poll, just by the people that are like around me, that I've seen, friends, you know, and it just the way that I look at it. I mean, I could be dead wrong. I don't see it affecting the market in a big way unless you see institutions pull out of certain positions because they feel like it will be affected. Most times, it's all about you have that speculation, you have that belief that something will pull back, and if an institution feels that way, that's a large impact to a certain position. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm guessing you might see a decrease in payments to. No, I can't even say that. No, I don't think it will affect it that deep. Now I think student loans, when that comes into play, I think that will be a huge impact. One, because that impacts me. I have student loans, but that's not something to where I'm stressing. But still, it does impact a lot of people. So they need to find a way to get rid of all of the student loan debt. I feel like that should have been a large package. Get rid of all student loan debt, to all individuals, because there's a lot of people that are just going to default on payments. It's just too much. Yeah, I live paycheck to paycheck, but I can never buy more than I can afford. There's a lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, uh, I don't, but technically I do because I put money away. So I'm putting money into like long term investments that can't be pulled out. Not physically cannot, because I can pull it out if I wanted to. I'll just get taxed. But then I put money into the stock market, into crypto, and every single cent that I get, I put somewhere. So technically, I live paycheck to paycheck, but not really, if that makes sense. It's not the true definition of paycheck to paycheck. Like I have extra money every single month, and I'm putting money into investments. So I guess it's not the true definition, but I know that if it came down to a point to where I had a month that was truly higher in bills, would I want to pull any out of any stocks or any cryptocurrency? No, I really don't want to, because they have the potential. Yes, I'll pay $1,000 here, but I could have made 20,000 there. So you could stop saving technically. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's a sad expression on paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's I guess that's true. Um, yeah, I guess that's true. Like this group, I know there's reviewing methods, stressing to pay bills, and they hope to squeeze before they have to pull out. Yeah, I hope that that's not. If you truly can't afford, I know some people could have afforded it in the beginning. To get into it. Wow, Sprint is real. Support is really running. Jesus, to 43. That's huge. That is a huge, huge jump. Up over 115%. Yeah, again, this is a huge move. Let's check it out on the larger view here. You can see that this is running over the last couple of days. Yes, you have seen it run from some of these levels down here, but over the last couple of days, or just day and a half, this is run from $14 all the way up to $42. Up 340% on Sprint. That's awesome. That's amazing to see. Hopefully, you guys are making a crap ton of money, and you're able to put it wherever you want to put it. And hopefully, you're trading this the right way. Seriously, I understand the people that are holding it and it's working out, but understand what these can be. Every time you get up to a certain level, maybe put a stop loss somewhere. Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, exactly. Fire King says, don't forget to take profits. Don't forget to take profits, because what you can do is take out a very small portion. A very small portion. Yes, you will lose out on that growth after that, but you will still have some skin in the game while protecting your initial investment and um, maybe getting some profit on top of that. You know, you protect your initial investment and profit, maybe double the amount that you would have had. That's huge. Took a quarter of sprint out and I let the rest ride. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I think I'm gonna cry. I sold uh, two out of my three $14 calls on sprint yesterday. Yeah, that would have been huge. It's chasing at this point. It was chasing yesterday, to tell you the truth. No way did I believe that this was going to take off this much in the after hours market, but I'm glad that it did, because people are making money. I love when retail traders make money. Just make sure that you're a retail trader that's going to make money and doesn't bag hold at 45. You know, if you sit here and, you know, because right now you could see this get to a level of 45.81. Will this pull back before the market actually opens? Who knows? I would hope this continues to run so people can make a crazy amount of money and then get out and put it into other areas. But yeah. What crypto do you like? I haven't looked into crypto today at all. Let's look into what crypto is doing, because I have Coinbase. I have Coinbase over here, and I'll just look up Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. Bring up both of those. Okay. Come on. Load faster. It's ridiculous. All right, so at least I'm back up over 18, because I was below 18 for a while. I was actually in the 17s because things were coming back. So I'm still sitting on Harvest Finance. I don't even know if that went to a lower level around 200. I would love if that went to 200. But what cryptos do I like? I love Litecoin. Litecoin is a huge one for me. Harvest Finance is a huge one for me. Internet Computer is a huge one for me. I hate that name. Well, I love the name and hate the name at the same time. Clover Finance is pretty big. The funny thing is, Gitcoin made a really big move up to $13 recently, but then has come back down to $10. So that's another position that I do believe in can make quite a bit of a move. I like Anchor Coin. I have 10,000 coins of that. I want to buy more AMP. It looks like AMP has dropped down a little bit to 6 cents. I do want to buy more AMP, somewhere around 10, maybe 10,000. I want to hold 10,000. So we'll see how that plays out. I'll probably buy some more soon because I have some free money to do so. Let's see. So yeah, I would say those are some areas that I really like. Any new ones that I do like? Let's look at some new coins. I think they have like a list of new coins somewhere. Hey, I'm up to $1.34 in interest. Looks good to me. I also like some interest gaining coins. So like something like Algo. Algo here, I have 39% of my portfolio there, which is $1,000. Cosmos, I have about $1,000. That has come back, I believe. Let's look at the overview here just to understand. Yeah, it is at $19. I bought in at like 20 something. So I'll probably buy in more there. That's smart for me to buy in more and gain interest as the days go on. I like that. But yeah. Yeah, we have 322 people watching, only 129 likes. If you guys can hit the like button, that would be great. Let's look at what's going on with support. It's still running 148%. Went up to $49, almost $50. This is insane. Sprint is a trial run for AMC. It seems that way. Yes, ACH is another one. I hold 9,000 coins there. Uh, Free money to do so. And I live paycheck to paycheck. Come on, Matt. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never meant to put it that way. Y'all, please don't chase. I would say, um, holy crap. I would say don't chase it. Like, don't make everything set in stone. If you're going to chase it, set a stop loss for wherever you invest in at $1 below where you were at. $1. That's it. Because if you lose, if it goes down $1, get out of the position. That's the only way that you can remain safe on something that looks this volatile, that's moving this violently. $54 and has decreased down to 53. Like the fact that you see gaps, like it had a gap within a minute, minute candlesticks means that it has a lot of violent movement. Holy, this is just crazy. And here we go. Is this the start? Is this the start? Hopefully it's not. Hopefully the start happens when it opens so that people have liquidity. Because right now people don't have liquidity with the amount that they're holding. They could see it run up to 52 and then it could come right back down to 14. So always remember there's always an opportunity. Don't chase because it'll bite you in the ass more times than not. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't get more till it opens. I don't know if you should get more. How can I close it? If you have the ability to trade in the after hours market, this is going to be good for you. But a lot of times what you're going to see is a huge run in the after hours market or pre-market. And then you could also see that pullback, aggressive pullback. And I hope that that doesn't happen in the after hours market or in the pre-market here, because it's already, it went up to 55 or so. Yeah, 55.67, and it's already down to 52. I just hope that this doesn't have an aggressive pullback, which could definitely happen. Let's see this. I want to see it run. I want to see people that are in this make a ton of money. I really do. Because if I can't get in it, I hope that you guys can make a huge move out of it. What do you think of BitTorrent or SafeMoon? I think SafeMoon could be big as long as they start to, like, we see a lot of volume go through, sell volume. We're starting to see that. Oh man. We're starting to see a sell volume here. I just don't want this aggressive pullback. I mean, anytime you see something increase a large amount, you're going to see a pullback. So hopefully people are finding ways to take at least a little bit of profit or all profit, whatever they want. Whew. Here it comes. As Harper would say, here it comes. We were in the supermarket and they have those robots, and she always says, like, here it comes. Like, oh man. Not good. Get out, sell, sell, sell. That's what people are saying. I can hear people screaming from here. Yeah, I know. All right, look, it's starting to come back a little bit. We got some positivity. Got some positivity here. Oh man, that's tough to see. That's tough to see. That comeback from 55, that's huge. I would love to see that open up at some of these heights. Either way, I mean, it's still high at 47. like I said, I just don't hope that it's an aggressive pullback. It did come back to the 15 moving average, which is good. I expect that. Sometimes it will break past it, but it did get right to the 15 moving average, and now it's starting to bounce off that 15 moving average. Hopefully we don't see, and when I say this, I'm sure it probably will happen, a false break here. It looks like we're seeing two green candlesticks, indecision candlestick here. Hopefully a large body candlestick. It's looking like a lot of sell pressure on that candlestick. So yeah, indecisiveness means that you have a lot of sell pressure. The longer wick at the bottom shows a lot of sell pressure. YouTube watcher, great name. The entire free float is options. It has 75% short interest. Matt, what's your view on SoFi or Highland when you get a chance? Yeah. I believe there's a cryptocurrency that's SoFi. What's my opinion on it? I would say doesn't really have too much movement. If you look at the daily movement here, I haven't looked at the total average if you're looking for a day trade, but I would probably say let's look at something of a 6 months out. So it's definitely more at the lows than anything, right? So where we are at now, currently at $14, closer to that $13 level, which is considered more of a low. Let's go to year to date to actually break that down. Where this low actually is, seeing that bounce, where it currently is actually has a support level. So seeing it at these lows makes me think that this would be set up for a really, really good swing trade for a retest at 17, or even get up to a level to where it retests, 24, 25, right? So that's what I'm thinking. You also have all of these touch points here, going up to 18, 19, 20, right? So that's what I'm seeing with SoFi. It looks really good on that aspect without looking into any detail there. So let me look at, where was it at? So this position's more like tough because you don't really have many levels. It does have sort of a double touch point down here, so it shows the strength. So I would say you're probably looking for maybe a retest up here at 13 from where it's at now, but that's probably it. Unless you have some sort of like catalyst, some sort of news catalyst that can actually pump this up to break that level. I would say that right now it's definitely at its, or it was at its lowest of the lows, somewhere around $7.69, currently at $9, so it's not too far off. But you do have that ability to retest some of these areas here. Like I said, $13, $14. That's what I'll be looking for there. As a swing trade, it would probably take a while for that to take off. Again, you don't see much movement for a day trade. Typically, you want to see maybe dollars worth of movement in a day trade, unless it's a very small amount. If you have something that's at $2 or so, then if something's at $2 of a price, then you can make or you can buy a lot for like $1,000 or $2,000 worth, because you can buy like 2,000 shares or 1,000 shares, right? Which if it moves 10 cents and you have 1,000 shares, you gain $100, right? So that's what you would look for there. But currently it's at, $8 or so, which would mean it would be $8,000 to buy 1,000 shares, which is quite a bit. Let's look at SPRT to see where it's at still. Has moved back up. That's good. That's good to see. So it has made a little bit of a move back up. That wasn't a violent pullback of what we thought it was going to be. Did pull back from 55 all the way down to that 45 level. So dropping $10 is pretty big. But then finding a way to jump back up, because it looks like the high today is for some reason saying 50, even though it's 55. Do I have SPRT? I don't have SPRT, no. Wanted to get out. Away. I plan on buying Neo back if it gets to 25 or 30. Crazy interest. Who shorted this mess? Yeah, a lot of times this is the thing, right? With these positions, these are more short-term jumps because you have high short interest, right? That makes people think, oh, this is the next position. However, you don't have a lot of people holding it. You have a bunch of people that are buying it, but you don't have a lot of people that are holding it, a mass amount. Before they get to that point, they end up covering those shorts, and institutions will make a ton of money from it. Other hedge funds will make a ton of money from it. The same hedge fund will make a ton of money from it. So, and they'll play options plays. They'll play, just buying shares. So they'll play both sides of the coin, and not only buying share side, right? They'll aggressively buy options and see that jump up to a level to where they make so much money on those options plays while spending less money. You know what I mean? So they're making so much money on the buy side that no matter even if they do short, they're still making money. You know what I mean? So just watch out for those plays because we've seen them time and time again. We've seen Clove, right? We've seen support. We've seen Wish, and it's good because you can make some money out of it, but just don't get caught bag holding or chasing at some levels. I'm getting jumpy now. Support needs more ape support. Yeah, it'll be tough because they won't let it get to that point. So as people are holding on to this, the shorts are being covered as people are buying into it. So the movement is not people just buying, it's the shorts covering. So those shorts covering makes another hedge fund or institutions a lot of money. They have a way of making money out of situations even though they start that situation. You know what I mean? So they'll start by covering everything that they want to cover after taking out all of those shares. They don't have to report anything that happens in a large way right away. So you're not seeing all of those shorts being covered. That's why the price ends up increasing. But then you see FOMO buying come on. People buy up those positions as they have long positions. So they make money even after they covered their shorts. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely a difficult thing to take in. This mic, I swear, I'm about to be done with this because the boom arm sucks. Everything sucks about it. You think it's too high to buy into support now? I think it is. I mean, you can if you wanted to, but if you are, I can't stress this enough. If you are, be disciplined. Understand that if it comes back on you, get out of the position. If you find a level to where it does, hit a certain level of support, which I don't know if you'll see any because it has grown aggressively, and it's coming back now. If you find a level of support, then you can ride that on the way up. But if it comes back on you, get out of the position. It looks like you're seeing a bunch of false breaks here. Good practice for taking profits when AMC and GME roars. Yes, it absolutely is. Chris, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thoughts on Shiba Inu token? I think it's sus. It definitely is. I really don't know if they're going to do any type of burn rate. If they have a burn rate or a strong burn rate, then yes. But it just has, I think it has trillions or a max of quadrillion coins or something like that. And it's just too much. It's too much. Yes, you'll be able to double, triple, quadruple your money looking at those numbers, but seeing it at 0.000001 cent really doesn't give me any type of understanding as to when it will get to 0.000002 cents or 0.000003 cents. It's just way too many coins. When you start to think about the the movement that it could make. And I understand, yes, no matter what, you can double at any point, no matter if you have 1 cent of a price target or 0.0000001 cents of a price target. It's just something that I'm not into. Even though I hold Shiba Inu coin. So I hold about 4 million, but I can't move it from that platform unless it ends up getting to a point to where they burn off a bunch and my 4 million coins is now worth, $100,000. Then I'll be able to get out of the position. But I'm holding on to it. I bought I think it was $100 worth. Same thing with SafeMoon. I bought $200 worth of SafeMoon, and now it's worth only $45. So I'm holding on to the coins. It doesn't hurt to hold on to the coins if it does have a burn rate and burns off in 5 years. And SafeMoon ends up getting to a point to where there's only 1 billion or 1 trillion coins available or whatever. Then my 24 million, 25 million coins looks pretty strong. Liking this AMC movement. Don't expect a good day though. I'm keeping expectations up. Where is AMC? I haven't even seen AMC. Oh yeah, loving this movement. So it went from $39 all the way back up to $40.23. Yeah, I definitely am loving that movement. That's some very, very strong movement. Not a single red candlestick. Now we're getting back to it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minutes without a red candlestick. 12 minutes. That's pretty impressive. I have 275 million Shiba. See, that's the thing, right? If you have 275 million of a coin, understand how that does affect the price when it gets to a level to where it makes sense, right? Shiba Inu coin, yes, you can make a ton of money from it, but if you sell 275 million, what happens to the price? Well, one, you're not going to get all of it sold at that singular price, especially if it goes up. It finds a way to go up to a penny after a lot gets pulled out, right? If that happens, 275 million decreases the price a hell of a lot back down to levels to where people didn't want it to be. When you sell, you are a larger whale, and I understand there are people that are holding billions, but in order to burn off some, and I don't know if they have a burn rate based on on selling, but as they sell billions of coins, some gets burned off, and others stay. But then, some of the other people, stay on it. I thought that for SafeMoon, 25 million is a good amount to hold. Yes, it will impact the price, but not too much to where I can't sell everything at one specific price. Unless it gets down to a point to where there's only 1 billion coins available and I'm holding 25 million coins, that's huge. But I don't know if it will end up seeing that point. I want to see Doge at 16 cents again. That was a great day. Stupid easy money. I hear you. Unless the price of GME and AMC reaches, then I'm not getting out of bed. Is it too late to jump on support? I would think it is. I'm not gonna. I mean, you can do whatever you want in this position. I just know that this is a chase, and it hurts to see it increase so much and not be involved in it, because I've seen plenty of things increase a hell of a lot and not being involved in it. But you can do whatever you feel is necessary. Just understand, and I will make this clear time and time again, that you get out of the position if it starts to go against you. Be disciplined. Do not settle for a huge loss like this. The people that got in at 55, if they got in at 55 and they said, I want to see this run up, hopefully they were able to get out very quickly, which it's very tough to get out in the after hours market, the pre-market, because it's not as liquid. So during the open, if you see it at a certain level, you get into it and it hits maybe it drops $1, get out of the position. Don't fight it and say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna wait for this to increase, because it's gonna go from 50 down to 14, and then you're gonna lose everything that you invested into there. Not everything, but a large percentage of it. So like if you're going to chase, just be disciplined. If you're I think risk management is the number one thing to success, because I think of a successful trade not as just something that's positive. If I see a trade that goes against me and I'm disciplined and get out of that position, it was a success for me, because there's so many times to where that will come back on me. 8 out of 10 times, right? That'll come back on me, and then the 2 times it'll actually break out. But if I'm disciplined all of those 8 times, then I'm fine. I am perfectly fine, and I made the right decision. I hate seeing people, um, you know, not get out of these positions. I don't know how to say it. Um, it hurts. It really does, because then I feel like I failed you. Um, to basically see you get into a position and then you go, well, I've been bag holding since whatever price, and it's tough to see that. It really is. If it's not a position that has a ton of support by a huge community, I think yes. You say support is a distraction. Sort of is. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of those things sort of are a distraction, but you can still make money from it. Just be disciplined, please. I've heard spitting knowledge about discipline. Listen up. I let emotions wreck me too many times. I lack discipline. Yeah, that's it happens. It happens to the best of us. I've had issues to where I lack discipline. It's starting to increase now, but I have had issues where I lack discipline, and I let my emotions get the best of me. And I started trading on emotions, and it doesn't work. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. You said you'll buy puts in it. That's not a bad idea. They're expensive though. Oh crap, they're expensive. It's $730 at $19. We'll see how this does when it opens up. Everyone talking about taking profits on uh, profits to GameStop and AMC. Yeah, I mean you could do whatever you want with the profits. 20% rule. If it runs up, it sees 20%, you miss the bus. Yeah. There have been times where I've gained an extra 10% out of a 270% gain, where I have chased a position and made money from it. But there's also a lot of times where I chase a position and I lose a little bit of money. But I'm comfortable with losing a little bit of money, having that opportunity. But the point is that you have to be disciplined. This is why they say nobody, don't chase a stock, because people are not disciplined. They think with emotion, or they trade with emotion. They always they trade with their chest. Where they're like, I believe this position's going up, and I'm right, you're wrong, and and that's the thing that they start to live their trading life on, is I'm right, you're wrong type of thing. Sometimes you're wrong. A lot of times you will be wrong, and just make sure you do the right thing when you are wrong. Does that make sense? It's very simple, but I make it seem too simple. But when you get in that situation, you're like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I'll hold on to it. What's the latest on ADA? Apologies if you've already covered it. I haven't covered it, actually. I haven't covered much crypto today, because support has been running, which it's going back up to some of the previous highs. Support has been running. AMC has been making some moves, and I have a fly that's in my face. So I haven't been talking about it too much. Let's see. Let's go to If this freaking fly doesn't get the hell out of my goddamn face, I'm gonna get so pissed. I mean, right now it's up to 270. It looks like it's holding above that 250 mark, right? It has dropped down a little bit below it, but it looks like it's holding strong above 250. So it's not something where I see it coming back anytime soon. I want to see it get to a point to where it actually breaks the $100 billion market cap, which I don't know if it did in the past, because it did get close to $3. So I think it got to like 90 something billion. Let's check coin market cap really quick. Anybody on Twitch, I'm sorry if I haven't been as engaged. You know, I usually am not. Carl, I swear. Cardano, I believe, will hit $3 soon. But yeah, let's look at coin market cap and let's see the history of the market cap here, where it got to its highs. So it has hit 88 billion. I think it should be higher than that. I thought it should be around 90. Carl, please stop. But yeah, that price can definitely hit. Yeah, it hasn't even shown that it got up to. Is this in 24 hours? I got a fly. I got Carl. I need to kill this thing. Get it? I didn't get it. I thought I did. I'm not fast enough. I like the golf channel, dude. Hope to get a few rounds in this weekend. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Guys, that definitely brings me to a level that you guys should subscribe to my golf channel. So the former Perry Experience is now Matt Perry Golf. So if you guys are interested in golf content and I want to do like more course vlogs and stuff like that, definitely go over there and subscribe. So here it is. Here's Matt Perry Golf. If you guys are interested, I have my first golf video, which did not go over well. And the second 4 holes is not that great either. So I know it's fun. It's fun to see, like, just Carl, can you please just, you're knocking everything over and I can't. I really can't. But yes, sub to Matt Perry Golf. Or Carl will keep knocking things over. I feel like you want him to knock things over. I have a spider over my left shoulder. Wait, which left shoulder? This left shoulder. That would suck if I actually had one on the green screen. No. Golf is hard, but I'll make videos for us. Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, I love golfing. So if you guys are interested in it, please go over there and subscribe to the channel, show your support, and let me know what you think about the videos as they do come up. I'm gonna do a whole what's in the bag video soon. I went to the range recently. I went to the range yesterday. Who has a better golf swing, me or Charles Barkley? I hope I have a better golf swing. Charles Barkley actually got pretty good recently. So just said which left shoulder. Yes. I don't know which one you're talking about, because you could be talking about this one, which shows as opposite on your screen, I think. Yeah. So it shows as my left shoulder on your screen, but for me, my left shoulder is over here. So I don't know. Matt's cat has a way better swing. What clubs are you rocking right now? I have the Covert, the Nike Covert irons. I actually want to get the TaylorMade P90 irons. I have the 2 iron, and I love the 2 iron. I use it all the time whenever I'm playing like a links course. I would have loved to have done this when I was in Delaware, because I golfed 3 times and I golfed with some great people, and I played some amazing courses that I would have loved for you guys to see. So anytime I go on these, I don't care what it is, it's going to be kind of awkward because I always play by myself. So they always partner me with different people. So that means, I have to obviously go through that explanation. Oh, I'm, creating this YouTube channel, and hopefully I have enough views to validate why I'm doing it. Because if you have like 5 views and you're creating, you know, these long videos. Just doesn't make sense. So again, I want to build that community, and I would love to have a golf channel. And while I also have this, because I love to golf. So, and every Tuesday I do like a I think it's a 2-person scramble. So that would be fun to be able to record that. What is AMC doing? So we're positive in the pre-market. I love to see this. Love to see this. Look how much positive movement that we were seeing here. Look how much buying power that you do see here. All of this pressure. It's huge. And they end up, you know, suppressing this in some way. And it was just crazy. Yesterday, you see my emotion in my videos if you guys did watch it. I didn't even want to make an AMC video because of the fact that it was looking all routine. It was looking like it was going to stay, you know, around the same, end up, you know, increasing just slightly, maybe actually moving on the way up and finding a level of consolidation somewhere around maybe plus 1%, but ended up decreasing and then decreasing aggressively, which was just crazy to see it get down to $40. And then even the break $40 in this pre-market is insane. They suppressed by getting Matt Kors to pump SPRT. Did he pump SPRT? Okay. I unsubscribed from Matt Kors. Well, you can do what you want. Is a trap. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. That's pretty much it. I know I got on here late. I'm sorry, but I do have to get out of here. I appreciate all the people that are here. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We did have a decent turnout this morning. Also 2 new members and $5 in chat revenue. So I appreciate you guys for sending, anybody sends super chats, anybody becomes a member. I appreciate you a lot. All the people that watch on a daily basis, you guys are amazing. If you can, you know, subscribe to all of my YouTube channels that I have. So the Matt Reacts channel, the MP Shorts channel, the newly revamped golf channel, and my gaming channel that I haven't uploaded to in a little bit, but definitely check out all of that stuff. I just love creating content for you guys and talking to you guys, because the more that I can talk to you guys, the better. The more that I can create for you guys, the better. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully the market goes well today. And I will be uploading probably an AMC video today and maybe a few other videos or one other video on something else. It probably won't be on another stock. It might be on crypto. But yeah, the reason why I leave so early is I only stream for 2 hours. I mean, I only really have the clearance to stream for 2 hours. I have a 9 to 5, so I have to physically work that 9 to 5. I have to be there, right? So I have to do work there. I can't just stream all day. Now, if I didn't have the 9 to 5, it would be a different story. But I think that's more stable than anything, because I've seen my revenue from YouTube go anywhere from 13,000 in 1 month, or technically 20,000 in 1 month, all the way down to 1,900 in 1 month. So it definitely fluctuates, and I can't have something that's that inconsistent, you know? So it all depends how this grows. If this grows to something larger, then I won't have a 9 to 5 anymore, and I can do YouTube full time. Or, you know, if I end up making $3 million plus on AMC and all of my investments, then yes. And that's free money, because I'm not looking at the money that I have in my Roth IRA and my investment accounts, because that's separate. I want $3 million of free money here, and then if we end up having that, that's when I'll end up making that move, because 1 million can go into an index fund to where I will gain about 10%, average of 10%, and live off of that interest while also gaining something on YouTube for my business and other forms of revenue. So anyways, thank you guys for being a part of this. All the people that are members, that have been members for multiple months, I really appreciate you guys. This is the longest outro I've ever done, but I'm gonna get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next one.